To be honest, I don't know which one's more terrifying, the movie this camera's from or the price of film right now. Either way, here's a review on the Rollei 16. So a lot of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel. We do film photography reviews and stuff like that all the time. If you guys want to see more cameras like this or just want to follow along for some of the photography adventures that we go on, be sure to subscribe. A lot of you watch the videos and you're not subscribed, so I'm just saying that right now. Subscribe to the channel before we get into the details of this camera. All right, you guys, a little bit of a spoiler alert. I was watching The Conjuring, the new one that just came out recently on HBO. And during one scene of the movie, they were crawling underneath the house and they stopped to take a photo and paused on the screen, and this camera was sitting there in all of its glory. This is the Rollei 16. This is considered a sub-miniature camera. If you guys don't know what that means, it means it's literally a miniature camera. Like, look at this thing. It fits in the palm of my hand. It shoots 16mm film, and it came out in 1971 or 72. I was gonna do a video where I take this camera out and shoot a bunch of film with it, but loading this thing is a pain. The pieces to load it is really, really difficult. So instead, I'm going to be showing you guys a bunch of sample images as well as just going over the specs of this camera so you guys don't have to buy it and go over it yourself. First off, this camera was off of eBay for about $100 at the time that I bought it. Already it's up to like $150, $160 because I'm assuming because of the Conjuring movie. I'm afraid that when I have this camera sitting on my shelf, I'm going to be haunted by all the demons and all the exorcisms that happen in the Conjuring films are going to come into my home and they're going to eat me alive and they're going to kill me. But that's what you get for collecting old vintage cameras. There's a little bit of curse that comes with that. So this camera is built really, really sturdy. It is heavy. It sounds heavy. It is a Rollei, which means it does come with that quality name of Rollei. Rollei Flex, you guys know the vibes. It opens and shoots like a shotgun, which I found very, very exciting. So you open it by pulling the side and then you take a photo on top and then you cock it like you would a shotgun or something. And that way you can just keep taking photos and listen to that sweet, sweet. Tell me that is not the most satisfying sound you guys have ever heard. So as far as the specs of this thing, it's actually kind of interesting. The focusing system is actually a guesstimate. So you kind of guess how far your subject is away from you and you scroll this based on meters or feet, depending on where you are at in the world. Metric users are better. We know it, we get it, whatever. This camera goes up to a ISO or ASA of 200. It has an automatic aperture setting down below and a built-in light meter, which for a camera of this size is pretty spectacular. I'm not gonna lie. The real reason I bought this camera is because it was in a movie and I thought it looked cool and I wanted to get my hands on it. So I went on eBay and purchased it. The viewfinder is actually really, really proper for what it is. Like I said before, it is a guesstimate as to how far your person is to take a photo of. And then you just press the shutter and that is it. Once you are done, you pop it closed. You can pull this bad boy out and you can roll the film up, kind of just like a typical, I guess this has to be out, kind of just like a typical camera. I did actually buy a cassette to try to load some of the film into this camera, but it is really, really difficult to do. The way that you load this camera is you pop open this back and it loads 16mm film. As you guys know, it is very hard to find 16mm film, let alone find the cassette tapes to load these cameras with. So that's why we're gonna be looking at stock photos here in a bit of this camera. Also, this thing has a 25mm 2.8 Zeiss lens, which is a really, really sharp lens. Zeiss is a great piece of glass, and they make great glass for all sorts of different cameras. For there to be a Zeiss lens on this bad boy on a Rollei camera, really, really exciting. So here are a couple sample images that I found online. This is from Photo Analog. This is a site that kind of goes over a bunch of old school cameras. This looks like it was possibly taken in France somewhere, just based on the text on the buildings. But as you guys can see, there is these sprockets down below, and that is because it was shot on 16mm film. There is a way to load 110 in these, I believe, but I could not figure it out for the life of me. So, and as you guys can see, there was adapters that you could actually put onto these lenses that would make the camera cooler, but also have a different focal length. And yeah, I really think this thing is an interesting looking and feeling camera. If you guys are looking to add a camera to your collection, I would add this one for sure. Did I just buy it because it was on the Conjuring movie? Probably. Am I ever going to shoot it? I'm going to try. Also, we have a couple other videos before that I've been testing out a couple other film cameras if that interests you guys at all. And yeah, that's about it for the Rollei. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys are happy that I bought this so you guys don't have to. If you collect cameras, get it. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Life is yours. The world is yours. So thank you for watching and I appreciate your time. I will see you in the next video.